This other one's where anybody in this world wants to be is right here on this other piece.
All right, this is a great video with Brad Thomas. He's owned multiple large parcels in Iowa, and he shares what he would do differently if he had to start all over. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Here we go.
There was two pieces I was looking at, and if I had it all to do over again, I would have done it a little bit different. The piece we bought was a beautiful piece. It was down in Appanoose County. At the time where we were living, 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2.5 hours, give or take, from us. But again, I wanted a decent sized piece and I wanted it all continuous. My thought process on that has somewhat changed, but at the time I wanted it all in one piece. So my options were pretty limited for those size properties. There was that piece, and then there was a big cattle ranch, which is a pretty famous cattle ranch down in Decatur County. And there was a couple pieces in there that I was also looking at, and I could have bought them both for pretty much the same amount of money. And they both had very, very similar income rates of return on them. Not knowing
what Decatur County turned into.
That and that piece down there in Decatur County was going to be very easy to sell to. I mean, not just because of the size, it was going to limit who was going to buy it, but it was going to be a lot easier piece to sell than that Appanoose piece. I have some regrets there. I don't want to. There's some regrets there, but we ended up buying that Appanoose piece.
So
it was a beautiful farm, really, really.
You wish you would have bought the Decatur County farm?
I do. Yep. Things have, and the story will unfold a little bit more, but
sure.
Yeah, if I had it all to do over again, I would have bought that Decatur County piece.
Why didn't you want to buy it then? And then what makes you regret that you didn't buy it?
I'm not going to throw out any names, but I don't want to. It was 100% my choice on what I bought, but I feel like I was not steered in the right way, maybe by my agent, knowing the neighbors of that piece and where that piece was going to be fairly easy to sell versus the other piece that was more of a finished farm as far as your habitat work, your CRP plantings, brand new fencing. I mean, it was a more of a finished farm, or pretty much, like I said, the same amount of money. So I was just kind of led in that direction, kind of given all of the positives of that piece and not like,
hey, there's a lot of upside with this other one. Like
this other one's where anybody in this world wants to be is right here on this other piece. And that really wasn't conveyed to me at all.
Yeah, that's tough, but I guess it's a lesson in the hard knocks, and you won't make that mistake again.
That's right.
Yeah,
and the way it all worked out was I actually didn't own that piece in Appanoose for too awful long. And maybe you don't want to get into that part of it yet, but
well, yeah, I mean,
would I have kept the Decatur County piece? I don't know. Maybe not.
Man, it's so tough to know. I mean, I don't sell land in Iowa, and I'm not an Iowa resident, but I do know enough that, man, I wish I would have bought that in 2011 too.
Yeah.
It'd be something special. Do you know who ended up? Was it any idea who ended up buying that big farm? And is it still intact today?
I don't know if it is still at this point. I do know buying it. At the time, I didn't know who bought it until I got over to where we're at now. And one of my good friends, in fact, I went on a caribou hunt with him back in early 2000s. Him and a business partner of his are the ones who ended up with it. I had no idea. And I didn't even know he was down there. I mean, I shouldn't have said he was a good friend. I mean, he is a friend, but we had lost touch. We went with a big group back there in early 2000 when I worked in that sporting goods store, him years and years ago. And I just happened to run into him at Lineville gas station one day. And I'm like, holy cow, what are you up to down here? And he told me he bought this piece of ground. And I'm like, oh yeah, where at, blah, blah, blah. And heck, he ended up buying the piece that I was looking at. And then they ended up flipping it within just a few years. I mean, there was a lot of ground that changed hands down in that area pretty quick. I mean, it just kept going up and up and up.
Hope you guys enjoyed this conversation with Brad Thomas. If you guys like this type of content, you want to learn more about buying and selling or anything else recreational land, you're in the right location. New videos like this every single Thursday and Saturday. We have full-length podcast episodes every single Monday. My name is Jake Hofer. I'm a licensed broker out of the state of Illinois. We have a resource sign up in the link below. Be sure to sign up if you want to learn more exclusive content. Until next time, see you.